Okay, in next 1 year, India is getting into elections. Democratic country, the world's most populous democratic nation, India is getting into elections, and USA is also getting into elections. Both top democracies are going into the elections next year. When you compare these two countries, India is at 75 plus, and America, by the time they were 100, they were already be the they already are the most powerful nation on earth. It is such a envying to look at this country and look at our country. We've been living in our country. We know the drainage system. We know the poverty in India. We know the starvation. We know the people going hungry. We know the beggars in India. We know the roads in India. We know the political system in India, the politicians that loot the money of people in India. We know the criminals in India, and we know the corruption in India, and we know the religiosity of India, the superstition of India, the madness in India, or the ignorance in India, and the religious sentiment, regional sentiment, religious sentiment, communalism that is in India. All of these, issues that are hampering the growth of our country. When you compare this with another country, the democratic country, USA, and how, in 100 years they became the most powerful nation in the world. And when you study this country, you cannot but envy the growth of this nation, America. America is the most powerful nation, we all know, and it's in the forefront of innovation, technology, development, space exploration. And then what went wrong in our country compared to what went right in the United States of America? I believe the younger generation of our nation, without being gripped by stupid religious sentiment, I think it is time to ask the hard questions, because it is the economic growth and development into all segment of the society is what makes a country great. In terms of military infrastructure, where do people want to invest? Do they want to invest in India, or do they want to invest in America? When you compare these two countries, what makes the investors feel more safer, and why having so many billions of people, what the hell are we doing in our country? In terms of population, we are 3 times more, and we are the most populous nation on earth today. So many young people. Somebody called Indian population a bunch of rats. I heard a doctor speaking sometime back in North India. We are nothing but rats. All the rats do is to have sex 3 times a day, 6 times a day, and produce children. Looks like that's exactly what has happened in India so far. When you compare this growth of these two countries, we are still limping, my friend. We're still the developing country. For decade after decade, we are still the developing country. And when in the world are we going to build a nation that our kids can be proud? And why did it not happen? How long would it take? Why aren't our smart minds get together and build this country? When this was possible by the Americans, why wasn't not possible to Indians? We, the people in India, why are we stuck? And where are we stuck? I believe it is time to ask these questions and eliminate these forces, completely from the face of India that are blocking the growth in India. I think, I believe it is time to build this nation on a foundation that will last forever. May God bless India. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.